Chapter 5. Gaudi. Gurgle, gurgle. Fwoosh. Bob's gullet was an erupting swill, a volcano ready to blow. He rushes into the bathroom barely quick enough to drop his drawers and release the kraken. He spends a good 29 minutes purging, rubbing, and wishing he were dead. Oh my god. I am never eating anything that crawls, slithers, or creeps around this god-forsaken planet ever again. Never eat anything that ambulates with more or less than 4 legs, he advises himself. He attempts to clean up using the bidet, then hops in the shower for nice long hot one. While drying off he looks down into the porcelain bowl examining the aftermath. Worst case of splatterjack I've ever seen. I'll need to leave the maid a big tip tonight for sure. Might need a sandblasting crew up here to clean this mess up. Looking at the time, it's 3 a.m. Damn. I need to get some more sleep. He crawls back under the covers and slips back into slumber. Ring-a-ling. Ring-a-ling-a-ring. Bob reaches over and sets the receiver down next to his head. 21. Mr. Dyer, your cousin Ricky is waiting for you in the lobby. Are you coming down, sir? Inquires the desk clerk. Oh shit, yes. What time is it? 12:30 Mr. Dyer, should I tell him you are on your way down to the lobby? No, I mean yes, I just need tell him 10 minutes, tell him I'll be right down. He scrambles his gear into his pack and tosses 100 on the bathroom counter then scurries out the door. Ricky, I'm so sorry, I had a rough night. Could use a nice hot coffee with a cyanide chaser. Wow, you do look pale. Maybe you should tuck in your shirt and fix your pant legs. Bob looks down to see his shirt is untucked, shoes untied, and socks were up over his pant leg cuffs. Oh boy, where is that Kevorkian cappuccino? Might be the right time. Ricky chuckles, you'll be fine, stop beating yourself up. You should have seen me when I did a layover in Nagasaki. I went for dinner with these 2 twin sisters I met at the hotel, and had the blowfish for dinner. Now I know why they call it that. My 2-night layover turned into a 10-day hospital visit. I believe I died 8 times that week, or at least prayed for it. Death, where is thy sting? I repeated over and over and over. Bob anguishing, so where are we going today? I'm not so sure I can eat anything today, tomorrow, in a week, a month, this year, never mind lunch in 2 hours. 22. First I want to show you an amazing museum uptown, Ricky remedies. Here we are, the Gaudi House Museum, wait till you see the interactive self-touring audio and visual guide, it's trippy, Ricky delights. Hold up your smartphone and point towards the walls and windows as you walk through the rooms to see the interactive visual display, the Gaudi House tour guide instructs. Wow, can you see this? There are sea turtles swimming around the room, crazy cool. This architecture is amazing. I see how Gaudi incorporated the natural world into his creations. Yeah, I know, amazing isn't it? Let's head upstairs. Ricky leads the climb as they explore every nook and cranny ascending to the rooftop patio. The tiles on this roof look like the scales of a dragon's back, Bob excites. And just look at this view, such a gorgeous city. Tourists were meandering about the terrace. Bob was commissioned to perform some camera work for a small group of Asians, smile. Cheese, click click. Thank you. De nada. Ricky notices that the roof deck was now clear and vacant. He walks over to a door in the corner, and with his index finger's knuckle, taps 3 quick taps, then 6, then 9, the door opens. 23. A little old lady greets them, come in, we have been waiting for you, you are late. Ricky enters willfully, while Bob hesitates at the door, peering inside before committing. We're sorry, Bob had a rough night. It appears that he got himself into a tangle with an octopus yesterday, and needed extra time for healing, Ricky covers. Quick, close the door, the museum is still open. Please come in and sit. Bob, feeling the urgency for privacy, obligingly closes the door, and asks, where should I sit? Set the bolt and come sit over here at the table, both of you. Bob, would you like a cup of tea? It is sure to settle your stomach. If you think it will help, I'll try anything. Bob, this is Lydia Taylor, Max's wife. Nice to make your acquaintance, Lydia. Bob offers his respects. You live here, in a museum? Yes, we do. We? Here, Bob, sip your tea, then we can have lunch. Ricky, would you like a cup too? Please, could I have some honey, and a squeeze of lemon too? Bob sipping, this is really good. What kind of tea is it? 24. I call it Elix tea, short for elixir. It is my own recipe of herbs, leaves, roots, barks, and several other secret ingredients. It will rejuvenate, illuminate, and is a remedy for a constipate. Lydia giggles. You said we, does someone else live here? Ricky, could you take a sip of your tea please? Ricky raises his cup, but stops halfway then freezes, as if he suddenly had become catatonic. Hi Bob, so glad to see you. Bob hears a strong male voice coming from somewhere, but could not find its source. Bob, raise up your phone and point it at the rocking chair in the corner. Bob obligingly aims his smarter towards the rocker. Now you can see me. Sure enough, there he was, sitting in the chair, but only through the view of his device screen could he see the man. I am Max, your father's best friend. Ricky brought you here to meet with us. We have so much to share with you today. Bob glances over to see that Ricky had not budged 1 inch from his frozen position. What's wrong with Ricky? What did you do to him? Oh, he'll be fine, he's merely suspended in the flux zone of the time wave cycles. 25. At the top and bottom of every time wave cycle is a flux zone, a nano moment, where time is neither moving forward nor backwards. We can talk now, and he will not hear a thing. The information I am sharing with you is not for him. You drank some tea, correct? Yes, it's very tasty, and Lydia is right. I feel rejuvenated, and my gut feels great now. Lydia is always right. Her tea is a combination of the most healing elements on earth. She has mastered the formula, which includes, as she stated, all natural ingredients, including colloidal silver, gold, platinum, iridium, and a tinge of datura stramonium. This concoction is a long-forgotten brew originally used by the pharaohs of ancient Egypt. It provides strength, wisdom, longevity and best of all, it connects the voids in our DNA structures, reconnecting the strands of the double helix, enabling a much fuller access to our true potential by illuminating and electrifying these connections, resulting in greater awareness, intelligence, and fortitude. The so-called junk DNA is not junk at all. Ours has been tweaked and manipulated by other races of beings to remove our higher potentials by shutting off access to almost 90% of our genes. These off-world beings needed a slave race to perform their dirty work here on Earth. 26. Our source creator will not allow this to be mankind's destiny. We were given free will, we know right from wrong, we choose our futures, but with these imposed limitations, we cannot achieve our greatest God-given potentials. This Elix tea is the best tool we have for raising our vibrations, and opening new and wonderful possibilities for us all. Lydia and I were hoping that you will help us get this tea into the right hands, bellies, and minds. Now here comes the big one, have another sip or two before we get going. Bob takes 2 more quick sips then downs the entire drink. Max continues, humanity is at a crossroads in our development. We are facing head-on an existential threat that is completely avoidable, unlike a pole shift, a meteorite collision, or a solar flash, which are unpredictable events, few and far between and completely out of our control. We can stop this one by simply pulling the plug. Bob began to resonate at an unprecedented rate. Like a clairvoyant, he was beginning to anticipate Max's words before they even came out. You're talking about artificial intelligence, aren't you, Max? Exactly, you see this now, don't you, Bob? Bob began to envision a kaleidoscope of manifestations projecting back to an original source, then fractalizing and growing into increasingly more complicated structures of data collection, organization, functionality, and accessibility to and for the whole. What am I seeing here, Max? 27. You are witnessing the unfolding. You see that it has a 0 point, a beginning. You see that it grows exponentially, relentlessly seeking data, self-creating means, and matter to sustain its unyielding growth. You see that it is boundless in its parameters, it is all-consuming. You see that it is anti-human, you see that it is anti-life. What can we do, Max? What can I do? Bob, the greatest paradox of this moment is that I am bringing to you a truth, a quest, a mission, that if you wish to accept it, would eliminate my presence here in this form for an awfully long time. Without AI, this meeting would not be even possible. My physical body was consumed on April 19, 1987, but my soul, my conscience, my essence, is being presented to you here, and now via the cloud as some call it. Bob solving, you were able to upload your soul identity into the mainframe, and this is where you abide. Yes, that's right, Bob, Max solidifies. When you get to Frankfurt, open the next folder, and you will see what is planned for you. There is too much to share in just one meeting. Besides, we still have Ricky to attend to. You can reach me anytime by simply pointing your phone out in front of you and say my name. I will appear instantly. I will let you mortals get back to your lunch now. See you soon, Bob. And Lydia, let them try some of your split pea soup. That was my favorite. Oh Maxie, you know I will. Now scram so Ricky doesn't see you. 28. Bob turns away from facing the rocker, as Max disappears to see Ricky finishing the motion of raising cup to mouth. This is good tea, Ricky exclaims. Lydia and Bob shield a sharp grin and a snicker. Lydia, your soup and sweetbread were delicious, Ricky claps. Ricky, I'll pack you a couple quarts and a loaf to take with you. Why don't you run down and flag yourself a taxi? I'll prepare your takeout and send it down with Bob. Give me a big hug and come visit every time you're in town. Ricky Bear hugs Lydia, then gestures Bob to make it quick. I'll be right down, Bob affirms. Ricky unbolts the door and slides out quickly as Bob closes and rebolts it right behind him. Bob, I just need a few more minutes of your time, Lydia insists as she prepares their package. Max and Paul were awfully close with John F. Kennedy. They knew he was in danger and tried their best to protect him. I think you will find all you need to know in the folder 63. It is important for you to be aware of which types of people that need to be avoided as you go forward, and that you remain below their radar. You may find yourself in dangerous positions, so whenever you need guidance, call on Max. He has eyes in many places, and can help keep you safe. 29. I will, Lydia. And thank you for everything. Just a personal question, if you will. Why are you living on the rooftop of the Gaudi Museum? Well, Bob, I have a secret just like you. My real father was Antoni Gaudi. He built this house for me. I grew up here, then moved to the United States, where I met Maxie. After his physical death, I returned to Barcelona, and have been living here ever since. Here is your package. I added a bag of my tea. Take 1 cup every morning. It will give you everything you need to ascend into your new shoes. Bob hugs Lydia like a long-lost friend. You are an amazingly beautiful and very special lady, Lydia Gaudi Taylor. He exits the museum and jumps straight into the taxicab waiting out front. Wow, what a great woman, then sneaks the tea to his window side coat pocket. We can split the loaf, and each take a quart, Bob offers, while removing and breaking the bread in half. No, that's okay, you take it. I am flying out tonight, and won't be able to bring it with me. We need to head back to the hotel now. I have a corporate conference call in 2 hours that I need to be ready for, then head to the airport. This has been great, Ricky. I had a lot of fun, and it has been an adventure so far. I need to settle down as well, big day tomorrow. Give Magnus hell, my brother. 30. Bob glances over to watch Ricky's facial expressions, wondering if he had even heard what he had just said. Was it a quip or a slip? Leave it alone, Bob. I'm confident with my game right now. I know I'm ready, Bob confides. Now that's the spirit. I'll tell Pat you'll give her a call as soon as you win. Yes, of course I will, Bob self-contracts. As they enter the Catalonia Hotel elevator. Now get some rest, pump some iron, load up on protein and go get champ. Good luck this weekend, Ricky cheers on, shaking Bob's hand and pounding his shoulder, then exits down the hallway to his room and out of sight. Bob reclines into his